If you are a mompreneur who's building a business on social media and you've always wondered, how on earth do I not only get more engagement on social media, but how do I engage my future clients in such a way that they're like begging to work with me and they come to me and I never have to chase them down or have any of those awkward conversations? Have you ever wondered that? Well, today we have a very special episode. We're having a full channel takeover by the one and only Lauren Kidd. She works with mompreneurs to help them to engage their future clients, and she's going to break down her simple 4-step process today. And what I love about Lauren is she breaks it down as a simple, fun, easy to activate way. And I cannot wait for you guys to see it. So let's dive right in, mompreneurs. Let's do this.
Hey everyone, I'm so excited to be here. I'm Lauren Kidd. I am a business strategist for the Busy Mompreneur. I teach moms how to start, run, and scale their online businesses while being present in their kids' lives. Today we're going to talk about the 4 tips to engage your future clients. Everybody needs clients, everybody wants to be seen, be heard. You guys really want to make that income without having to spend hours online, and we're going to talk about that today. So if you guys don't already know, you can find me in #Mommy's on a Mission on Facebook. Come join our community. It is a wildly fast-growing community, and we talk all tips, business tricks for moms on a mission to grow and scale their businesses while being present in their kids' lives. I cannot wait to see you in our community. But for today, we're going to talk about how to engage your future clients. Tip number 1, we're going to talk about sticking to 1 to 2 platforms. Now, I realize that you are on every social media out there, right? You're on every platform that it is. And yes, there are benefits to all of them, right? However, especially when you're starting and just beginning to scale your business, that can become very quickly overwhelming, and you're going to lose momentum and you're going to burn out, and you're just not going to want to do it, right? It's going to feel like this overwhelming task, especially if you've not gotten to the point where you can outsource that yet. If you're doing it all on your own and you're doing the hustle all on your own, it's going to feel as though you are drowning simply just on social media. Nobody wants that. We want you to outlast. We want you to succeed. So ideally, you want to pick 1 to 2 platforms to grow and to stick with and to be consistent with. Now, what platforms should those be? I can't answer that for you. You've got to answer that. You've got to figure out where your ideal client is so that you can figure out where they're hanging out and what they need from you in that space. A majority of my people are on Facebook. Thus, Mommy's on a Mission on Facebook. It's a safe-knit community specifically for moms. Sorry dudes, no dudes allowed. But it's where my people are hanging out. They're also hanging out on YouTube. If you haven't found me out there, go check that out. That's a lot of fun as well. But my ideal people typically aren't on Instagram for business-related things. That's not to say that there aren't clients for me there. It's just not where I put a ton of my energy. Do I now have stuff out there? Absolutely. I have a couple people who help me in my business so that we can keep all of those different platforms going. But when you are in the starting phase and when you're starting to start or grow your business, you want to really be consistent, because consistency is key. You want to be consistent on 1 to 2 platforms. That way you're not overwhelming yourself. That could be something like Facebook and then your blog, or maybe Instagram and Pinterest, or Instagram and YouTube, or Facebook and YouTube. Wherever it is that your ideal people are hanging out, that's where you want to be seen. That's where you want to be. That's where you need to be showing up with your best face and your best foot forward, showing up consistently and providing. Step 2, high value content. How to engage your ideal future client. Provide high value content. Now, there is a very, very big difference between providing just general content and providing high value content. What I mean by this is I want you to be providing help, tips, tricks, cheats, hurdle jumpers, whatever it is that you can do to help your ideal client get past whatever that problem is. Am I saying give away the whole kit and caboodle? No, I'm absolutely not saying that. However, you do need to make sure that you are providing helpful information. What's your favorite color is not helpful. unless you're an interior designer. What's your favorite ice cream is not helpful for your business or your ideal person unless you're an ice cream shop. What's your favorite movie? All those filler posts, well, they can help your algorithm. They're not necessarily helping your business, and they're not necessarily helping your algorithm in the best ways either. Because while you're boosting your platform for that one particular thing, it's going to start to see that all of the other content pieces that aren't getting as much love may not be as relevant, and then it will bury them. You don't want that to happen. So if you're posting your filler posts, make sure that they are something that is actually going to be moving your business forward. For me, I might say something like, what's your biggest struggle with time management in business and running your family? Right? So that's a really quick little question. It is going to create that engagement, but it is going to help me identify what it is that my ideal client really wants and needs as far as information. It's going to help me put together to-dos and tips and tricks and little points. As you see here, we're going to do 4 tips to engage in your future client. Break it down in actionable steps, something that they can take, use, and then it's going to somehow impact their life. Think about your ideal person, think about what it is that they need, and think about how it is that you're going to help them move forward. So, number 1, stick to 1 to 2 platforms. Number 2, high value content, something that is going to drastically change your ideal person's life, and it's going to make them say, oh my gosh, she is an expert, she is exactly who I've been looking to work with or hear from, or they're going to follow you, or they're going to consume everything that it is that you have to share, because they love how easy you made it, how simple it is to follow your steps, and how perfect what it is that you're helping them do is for their life. So stick to 1 to 2 platforms and provide high value content. If you guys want a ton of high value content for free, you can join the Mommies on a Mission resource library. It is free. I will make sure that the links are provided when this video is shared. Like I said, it's totally free. I teach how to create high value content, how to get content in front of your ideal people's eyes, how to identify your ideal person, because that is something very, very necessary. You cannot simply work with everybody, but that is a topic for a different day. Tons of high value content. So if you are not already there, I will make sure that link is provided, and you can totally come join us. There's new content added every single month. So there is a continuous stream of information to help you start and grow and scale your mompreneur business in a way that is simple and easy, that doesn't keep you on social media 24/7, because who's got time for that? Nobody. Nobody's got time for that. So be sure to come join us and check that out. All right, so tip number 3, to engaging your future client. Go a step further. Now, what do I mean by this? So when you're sharing a piece of content and it's really good and you've jam-packed it with information, right? And somebody's like, oh my gosh, these are amazing. Thank you so much, right? You could leave it at that. You could just be like, hey, they were like, cool, thanks. That's amazing, right? No, take it a step further and re-engage with that person, because you don't know what that person is going through. You don't know what that person needs. And by reaching out that step further, you're making that cold connection a little bit warmer, which is exactly what you want to create that cold to sale lead, right? You want to take them from a very cold client to a warm lead to a I'm dying to work with you, right? So go an extra step. They're like, this is amazing. This is super awesome. Re-engage with them. Hey, thanks so much. I'm glad that this resonated with you. Which of these points are you going to be trying first? Or what point most resonated with you? Or which of these points stuck out to you the most? Or which of these do you feel like you could use the most help with? Or, is there something else that you're missing that you could provide to them? You're re-engaging. You're opening that line of communication, and not in a way that's, oh my gosh, I have this thing and it's so amazing and you should come join it and here's my link and just in case, here's another link and here's another link and here's another link, right? Nobody likes that. Oh my goodness, no. No, going a step farther is just simply helping them along their journey, taking them another step further, giving them a little bit more so that, again, you're standing out. You're providing an immense amount of helpful information. Again, you're still not giving away the whole kit and caboodle. You're just taking them to that next warm level lead, right? You want to easily transition those cold leads through your amazing content into a conversation. Again, totally on social media, so it's not time sucking, if you will, to your schedule, and it's not something that you have to take an immense amount of time to do. It is just a little extra further to make that person feel heard and make them feel as if that you have helped them significantly. Now, I don't mean to simply do this just on those who have like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Going a step further can also mean something as simple as when somebody likes or loves one of your posts, you can simply reach out and just say, thanks so much for showing this attention. I just wanted you to know that it was appreciated. I'm not saying show up in somebody's inbox and being like super creepy. Oh my gosh, I saw you like this. I just wanted to give you all of this stuff. No. What I'm saying is, again, you're trying to take a person from a very cold lead to a warm lead. Is everybody going to pan out into a warm lead? No, absolutely. You're not meant to work with everybody. However, the faster that you can take somebody from a cold lead to a hot lead, the faster they can come in to your circle and work with you and pay you. It's the end result. There is nothing wrong with saying that I want money in my business. There's nothing wrong with saying that. If you're leading with, I need to make a sale, it's a little mental block that we've got to work past. But again, another topic for another day. Going a step further simply means taking that cold lead and making them feel as if they are heard and seen in a way that feels very natural. Not in a way that feels as though you're going to pitch to them, not in a way that feels as though it's like super creepy and they really don't want to have anything to do with you, in a way that makes them feel valued and appreciated and as if you are the person that they're going to want to come back to continually to get information from. So something as simple as, hey, thanks so much for the like, or thanks so much for the share, or thanks so much for the comment, meant a lot. I appreciate your support. That's it. Something as simple as that. Maybe you take it a step further. Was there something that resonated with you? Simple, open-ended question. You're not pointing it in any direction. You're not landing it on a let's sell you something. You're not inviting them to something that they haven't asked you for information on. You're just simply going a step further and making them feel seen, heard, and understood, right? So cold to warm, warm to hot, hot to paying you money. And number 4, keep previous clients engaged. This is something that I see often that is overlooked. And this is the easiest way to get that income up significantly. Keeping your previous clients engaged. Telling them that they can either work with you in some capacity or they can have a VIP session or that you were just thinking about them. I do this all the time. I absolutely love 90% of my clients. It's so true. I like each and every one of my clients in their own way. But there are some that I just keep in touch with regularly. So what I like to do is I like to reach out at least once a quarter. I don't want to bug anybody, and I don't want you to bug anybody, and it's overwhelming, especially if a person is building their business and they are very, very busy. The last thing they want to do is hear from somebody every single week, right? So try to make it a point at least once a quarter, maybe a little bit more frequently if you've got the time, once a quarter, and just be like, hey, just wanted to check in, thinking about you today. How's the business going? How's work going? Do you feel like you have any hurdles that maybe I could help with? Something as simple as that. You've already worked with them. You already have a rapport with them. You're not intentionally trying to make a sale, if you will. What you're doing is you're just reminding them, hey, I'm still here and I still care. I care about whether or not you succeed, right? I care about whether or not that what we have worked with is working, right? You're following up to make sure that what it is that you helped them achieve, they are still doing, and then some. So keeping them engaged, it might be something where they're like, oh my gosh, I've actually been stuck for so long, help, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, totally, absolutely, I can do that. Here's something for you, or here's something for you, or hey, I have an opening. Let's work together again. Boom, income, right? Is every past client going to end up like that? No, not necessarily. However, you can absolutely keep that connection. And then when you do have something that is open or coming up and you know for a fact that they need something like this, you've already opened up that line of communication. Making future income for your business a little bit easier for yourself. So how do you engage with your future clients? You don't know them. They're not there. Maybe they're not even on the radar yet, right? There are 4 really key ways outside of the general know who they are, right? You got to know who your ideal client is if you want them to work with you. So 4 tips to engaging your future client. 1, stick to 1 to 2 platforms. Again, don't overwhelm yourself. Don't try to stretch yourself too thin. You're not Gumby. Yes, I'm showing my age. You're not Gumby. You cannot be stretched so thin, especially if you're still doing it on your own. Granted, if you are in a position where you are ready to hire a team to help you, do it. It saves so much time, so much headache, and it is such a level up for your business. It is something that is going to really help you grow and scale quicker if you have that help and you can branch out to other platforms. However, if it is just you and you are in the solopreneur stage and you are just starting to start or grow, stick to 1 to 2 platforms and be very consistent. Show up, show out, show off your best information. Help your ideal person. Make it about them, not necessarily about you. You want to be sure that they are being helped in a significant amount of way. Number 2, high value content. No more of the filler posts, no more of the filler fluff pictures. Make sure that whatever it is that you're sharing is helping your ideal person move forward that day. Make sure it is something that is impacting their life in some way. Even if that is sharing through a story, you can share your experience with something so long as it has a resolution at the end that they are going to get something from. Being real with your audience is going to help them connect with you, but it's also going to put them in your shoes and you in their shoes so that they can see themselves living out exactly what it is that you have done. And they could say, okay, well, if she can do it, I can do it. Absolutely. That is something that I am absolutely capable of doing. I know for a fact because she did it and I'm going to do the exact same thing, right? You want them to be pulled. You want them to have that emotional when they see your post, right? You want to stop their scroll. You only have about 2 seconds to grab somebody's attention. So make sure that it is high quality, high value, it's helping them in some way, and it is sticking you out as the expert in that field, right? Tip number 3, go that extra step. Take that extra step and just acknowledge the fact that they are there. Acknowledge the fact that they are seen and they are heard. Help them whenever possible. Again, I'm not saying go link dropping. Rule of thumb, if you wouldn't want it in your inbox, they don't want it in their inbox. These random messages, they're like, hey, I was just totally thinking about you and I haven't talked to you and I hope there's light and love in your house and home. And by the way, here's my group. Is not really all that inviting, right? It's kind of like, oh, I have no idea who you are. By the way, yeah, I'd absolutely love to join your group. It's really not how that happens. So going a step further simply just means, hey, I've seen you, I've heard you, and you're appreciated. Or, hey, I've seen you, I've heard you, here's a couple extra steps so that you can continue to do amazing things because you're already amazing, right? And tip number 4, keep your previous clients engaged. Don't just simply work with somebody and be like, okay, you're gone, bye, right? Make sure that you're checking in, especially if you're a coach in some capacity or you're working one-on-one with people. You want to make sure that the people that you have worked with still feel relevant. Now, I'm not saying reach out to every client. If there was a client that you're just like, oh my God, I cannot wait for you to be done, certainly I'm not saying reach out to them. You don't want a repeat session. You are the owner of your business. You can work with who you want, when you want, how often you want. You make the rules and you don't have to apologize for anything, but you want to be sure that you are keeping them engaged. You can do something as simple as just, hey, reaching out, just checking to see how your business is going. Or you could offer them a VIP day. You could offer them a free call. You could do something to show your appreciation, jump on a call with them, check in with them, whatever it is that you feel would resonate with them and fits into your schedule, obviously. So, guys, there are 4 tips to engaging your future clients. I want you to go out and I want you to authentically be connecting with your ideal people. You don't simply want to go out and just find the most random people and be like, here, let me flood your box with, let me just flood your inbox with a bunch of stuff, because there's nothing that's going to turn off people than spam. Blech, gross, right? So be genuine, show up authentically, engage in a way that feels honest and natural. And I promise you, you are going to see an influx of people into your inbox who will be like, oh, absolutely, this is so amazing. This is epic. I have to have it. Just as an example, last weekend was my birthday and I took the entire weekend off. It was amazing. My business was still running for me. My assistant was off. My husband, who also helps out with my business, was off for the whole weekend. It was great. So my business was literally self-sufficient. And there were just a ton of things running in the background for my business, and products that were still selling and things like that, because I have systems set up that help generate those people, right? And that's what you want to do. You want to get them to the point where they've gone from a cold lead to a warm lead so that you can be generating that income even when you're not there for your business. That is the goal. Spend time in reality rather than always constantly working on your business. So how do you make that happen? You engage your future clients in a way that feels authentic through sticking and being consistent on your platforms and showing up with your high quality content, going a step forward and keeping those people engaged. Guys, it was a pleasure to be here with you today. Again, I am Lauren Kidd. I am a business strategist for the busy mompreneur. Again, you can find me at #Mommies on a Mission. Just pop it in the search bar, any social media platform, you can find me. And we would love to have you come hang out in the community. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Bye.
You've been listening to the Impactful Entrepreneurs Show with Adrienne Hill, where we support coaches, course creators, and network and affiliate marketers to translate their big picture vision into actionable plans to build out their business efficiently. If you love our show, we invite you to visit buildalifebydesign.com to join the conversation, access the show notes, and discover more helpful resources. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, and share. Thank you for listening.